Hello everybody, I hope you're having a wonderful day, and today I would like to share with you guys a little unpackaging. Now this is something coming from Blade HQ. The unboxing knife is going to be the recent pickup from NAF sale. So this came with some customization already with anodizing on it. I decided to go ahead and strip absolutely everything, so this looks completely different. The only thing that's the same is the clip. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I did my absolute best to fix the up and down lock rock by pushing over the liner a little bit. If I pushed it over too much, it had horrendous lock stick, so I kind of had it kind of in the middle. The action is absolutely wonderful on it, but there's still just the slightest little bit of up and down. It's really not that big of a deal. If it was brand new, I'd have a problem with that, but this is not brand new. This has been through multiple people's hands, and now it's in my hand. So we're gonna go ahead and use this guy to get into this. Alrighty. And that has skiffs in there, by the way. So that's the action doesn't feel too much different from the factory bearings. We have a Civivi knife, and then nothing else, just a bunch of peanuts. Cool, you use those for future sales and stuff on NAF sale. Go ahead and get this guy open. Super excited for this one. This is going to be the first of its kind on my channel in the means of its blade material. Cool little pamphlet thing. This is new. This is new to me, at least. That's cool. Civivi, Sencut. I mean, they've just been on a absolute hot streak, and you guys can already see what it is. This is the Vision FG for field grade, or freaking great, however you want to look at it. But not too many people besides Lee over there at Love Them Knives. He got the same exact one, and also Seth, and I think it's Kevin. No, the other guy's name. The guys that run the Wii and Civivi channel, they showed this one off too, I think. But yeah, this is the Ivory G10, which is going to be a wonderful platform for color customization. I like the pocket clip. Simple, basic, very different from the spine mounted one for the premium one. I really do believe that a budget version of this next design Vision series, that really should have started as a budget, because no one in their right mind would pay, now knowing what they know, a full price for a brand new one. The value is just not there. It was like a $260, $250 plus knife with a plethora of design element issues. These issues have now been mitigated for the most part with the budget one, but like I said, it should have come out in budget form with the mistakes that it had, and then fixed on the premium one. Let's get this guy out. Oh, action is super perfect. That's wonderful. Very clicky. I like that a lot. Man, just take a look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Holy cow. And guys, I am not a Damascus person at all. Like, I don't care for it. It's never been my thing. But when I saw this as a pre-order item on Blade HQ, I was like, holy shit, that's gorgeous. I need that right now. Couldn't get it right then and there. Had to wait about a month. This specific variation, along with the other two, I believe there is a black G10 and a black micarta. A little weird with that super lock. So there were a couple other variations available. Oh yeah, it's gonna take some. You know what? I gotta back up the camera just a little bit. You guys can see me fumble around with this thing. Let's back it up. Kind of center my little mat here. I need some room. I need some room to mess around with this. But yeah, this thing sold out twice, essentially, before it even became available. I missed the first one, and then I decided, you know what, I got some funds. Let's go ahead and, you know, put down for the pre-order. Oh, man. Yep. That's pretty freaking great. Division, freaking great. That's nice. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the Damascus material that they're using here. It's really just for visual aesthetic. So I had to get it because this thing is absolutely beautiful. Now, the regular one, it's in Civivi's typical high polished, or I suppose semi-polished, like stone bead wash blast kind of finish. It's a beautiful finish that they use all across majority of their models, for at least for the Civivi line, and stuff in Senka. Honestly, it's about the same finish. But this is just absolutely wonderful. And on this channel, $100 is the cutoff point for a budget knife. This makes it at $99. Now, of course, you have shipping and taxes. I don't really count that, but if you really want to get into it, then yeah, maybe this isn't a budget knife, but aesthetically speaking, this is probably the most attractive knife that Civivi has ever made. This is just on another level beautiful. That blade material that they're using there, whether it performs or not, and I doubt it's performance oriented, but it's damn good looking. And man, just holy cow, just look at that. I really enjoy that the actual cutting edge material here, it's on the darker side. It almost looks like a dark wash. It's very attractive. I like that. But then the other material that's being used, it's basically polished. But yeah, that is absolutely wonderful. Well, let's take a look at the rest of the knife. I like how it does peek out through those speed holes. Civivi logo, captured pivot most likely. This is supposedly a maintenance hole. Little stop pin back there for keeping the lock from coming out completely. So it's in there, it's not coming out. I didn't get the original Vision R because at the time I didn't have the money, and plus I could already see a couple issues. The spine mounted clip was an immediate turn off for me, just aesthetically speaking, and then functionality wise, I didn't want to have to, you know, fumble with putting a knife away and putting it back into my pocket. It should be a very streamlined process, and you can't convince me that it could be done just as fast as and comfortably as just a regular side mounted clip. And you know what, this is now a perfectly completely as ambidextrous knife, because lefties, righties can definitely enjoy this. It's not a frame lock, so the lock is accessible on the back, on the spine itself, so lefties can definitely enjoy this. I think that this thing is going to be an absolute hit for sure. The clip, I've already seen a couple people talk about if you can use the aftermarket titanium clip. I have an example right here. This is on my Civivi Backlash, this guy here. But I don't think that it is tall enough to properly sit on there. I'll try it out later just off camera, but I think I might run into some issues with that. Not a big deal. I don't mind Civivi's clips. They go in and out of the pocket rather well. Doing it off camera, yeah, perfect. Absolutely no issues with that. That's wonderful. So looks like T8, T6 for the pocket clip screws, T8 pivot. Yeah, this thing is sweet. You know what would be even better? If Flightanium made some scales, because now there's nothing really special about these scales. Very simple, very plain. If Flightanium made these scales, this knife would still be significantly cheaper than the Vision R and performing way better than that one is. At least, functionality wise and overall design and everything. The original Vision R didn't even have jimping up here, which is the main point of contact with interacting with the super lock, so that was an absolute fail. It had a blade hole cut out that was a little bit tight to get to versus studs. I think that studs are definitely the way to go. They are damn near flush with the actual knife, but so they don't stick out too far. They're not ugly or anything. They're very nice and simple, but they're grabby enough to actually do this comfortably. Yeah, this is going to be an absolute fidget beast right here. So, and of course that blade shape is going to lend itself rather well to typical everyday use. Let's get some printer paper here. Being able to slice printer paper isn't anything, you know, super crazy, but it's just to take a look at the factory edge, and we all know at this point in time that WE Civivi Sencut has some of the best factory edges out there for the money. That is absolutely beautiful. Let's do some utility cutting here. Not too hard. I don't want to dig too much into this material here. But yeah, that's good. Very, very light. Really just the weight of the blade itself. Not too bad. But yeah, these cuts, those lines are very clean. Just the tiniest little bit of fuzz there, but that's because I wasn't going really hard. But yeah, no, this thing is just awesome. It's super sweet. I am getting a little bit of stick there. I know that'll break itself in. Maybe it just needs a drop of lubrication. Let's do side to side, just a tiniest little bit. Up and down, solid, absolutely solid. So that's wonderful. Yeah, this thing is great. Nothing super weird. It's utilitarian done with just the right amount of flashy and enthusiast aesthetic. And it's safe too because of the actual spine mounted lock. I do definitely enjoy that. So this is something that really anybody who wants to transition from using a typical utility knife to getting something cool within, you know, the knife hobby, definitely pick something like this up, because you can just pull it out, whip it out real fast, do your cut, put it away. No real thought behind actually interacting with this thing, and it's a lot of confidence. I do definitely like that. And the handle profile is so simple that there's no weird bits and pieces sticking out that actually make it uncomfortable. Now the only thing is that this does stick out quite a bit, so maybe possibly that might get in the way. Maybe if you're further up here, not really. I think that would just be real nitpicky there. It does stick out a lot, but you know, that's how else are you going to interact with it really. So in majority of, you know, cutting motions, whether it's pinch grip, if you're, you know, down over here trying to utilize that tip right there, that's good. That's definitely good to go. If you want to grip it like this or climb up further up here, it's kind of out of the way for the most part. Now if you have, I guess, beefier hands, it might dig in just the slightest little bit, but for me, I don't feel it. So that is quite nice. And engaging and disengaging with that clip there, I don't feel it. I know Jared over there at Neve's Knives, wonderful channel, he had a hot spot for sure, and I think someone else too possibly had an issue, a little hot spot. Might have been Stasa 23 Knife Therapy. He might have had an issue with that clip also, but me, no, not really. I could feel it a little bit. I know that it's there, but it really doesn't bother me. And if you're further up into this finger choil, I mean, you're not even anywhere near it, at least for me. I do have large to extra large size hands, but I do have slim fingers, so I don't have a whole lot of hand, you know, surface area to, you know, really interact for that to dig into. That right there is just a little cut, don't worry about that. But yeah, this thing is freaking sweet. I do definitely enjoy this. I'm going to be enjoying this for sure. And yeah, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this little unboxing. I know I definitely did. If you guys have this, or if you guys have it on the way or are considering getting it, just get it. I know it's probably sitting in your cart at this point. Just pull the trigger and get it. This thing is good, and it's going to keep on getting better and better. I got a feeling that there's going to be aftermarket parts and pieces for this thing. Why wouldn't it be? It's way better than the premium one. And yeah, this is just a whole lot of value right here. I do definitely enjoy this. So if you guys are subscribed, I most definitely appreciate all your guys' support and patience. Of course, if you are not subscribed, consider subscribing because I have plenty more content coming your guys' way. And with that being said, have a wonderful rest of your day.